Weekdays at 12 noon Eastern.
I can say with complete confidence that endless delay or paralysis in Washington in the face of this crisis will only bring deepening disaster. I can tell you that doing nothing is not an option.
Is it? Why not? Why is doing nothing not an option? Maybe something we haven't discussed enough. Let's ask the Fox Business All-Stars. We got Jonathan Hoenig in Chicago, John Layfield in Oakland, California, Nancy Skinner in Southfield, Michigan, and Tracy Burns right on set. We're happy about that. Jonathan, let's start off with you. The president says we must do something. Do you agree?
Oh, Brian, I disagree. For one thing, we've already done quite a bit, right? I mean, going back to March of 2008, we've already poured $1 trillion+ into propping up bad financial institutions, deadbeats, and we really have nothing to show for it. But even take a step back and ask, where does wealth come from? We all want to create wealth. We all want to create prosperity. Does it come from a bailout program or a stimulus package? Of course not. It comes from entrepreneurial individuals who have the profit motive. That is the process that is usurped by this stimulus and all this bailout business, and it's going to be just more money thrown, good money after bad, for a tremendous amount of malinvestment and waste.
Okay, John Layfield, part of this bill is for alternative energy and other energy sources. I know you're involved in that business as well, though. Do you think there's job creation here?
No, because what they need to spend it on, if they're going to spend it on renewable energy, they need to make a smart grid. It's going to cost somewhere around $100 billion to up to what Al Gore says, $400 billion. You will create millions of jobs off that through private enterprise. That is the way to create stimulus in the economy. What these guys are doing right now, they're merely plugging holes. Not one dime of this is going for growth and stimulus, and it's just going to get worse.
Nancy, is doing nothing an option?
I can't. If you're going down the highway the wrong way, do you do nothing, or do you get off the exit and turn around and go the other way?
Depends on how many cars are coming.
That's the point, Jonathan. The idea we've tax cuts, under any circumstances, it hasn't been working. It's brought us to this precipice, this brink. President Obama is saying it's a fiscal stimulus. And John, to your point, John Layfield, yes, there's $32 billion in here for the grid. This is about rebuilding our infrastructure. It is about shovel-ready jobs.
Hold on. Tracy Burns is on set. Tracy, do you think doing nothing is not an option?
Doing nothing.
Wait, what did I just do? I use a triple. Doing nothing is not an option to not do nothing.
Double negative. As a former English teacher, I would get you on that.
I'm sorry, Miss Burns. I need to stay
Here's
after
what I
class.
think.
I've been bad.
Yeah. I think the bigger issue here is the president almost acting, dare I say, immaturely, because he is the president of the United States, and instead of garnering hope and, giving people a reason to want to be an American.
The message did change rather dramatically in the last 3 months.
It is Armageddon, doom and gloom, go home and kill yourself is pretty much what he's telling people.
That's not quite what he's... I'm not sure this is...
That's how he's making people feel. And you know what he's doing? He's adding to the frenzy. I'm frightened now to leave my house. I don't even want to go buy a cup of coffee, because if I spend that $4, I might not have any money left at the end of the day.
First off, why is a cup of coffee costing $4? But that's a different issue. Nancy, jump in here quick.
This whole notion that we have to jump in and save the day constantly is ridiculous. Everyone now expects handouts, and that is the wrong place for this economy to be. When things get bad, you, the government, have to come help me. I don't need to work anymore.
Listen, independent economists now, Moody's.com, says that if we don't enact this is 3 to 4 million jobs. And what all you guys know, because you know economics, is that when you get into Tracy, let me finish my sentence, because when you start down the deflationary trap spiral, which we have a vortex, we're almost in it, then it's almost impossible to get out of. The only way you can is with the fiscal stimulus, Tracy, and that is the whole point of this. And then we can talk about longer-term solutions.
But honestly, all right, you know what? Listen, hold on. Fox Business All-Stars, we appreciate it. We got to go to a break. And yes, I'm sorry. It's not my issue. Go get yourself a $4 cup of coffee, okay, with a $1 packet of sugar for the stimulus plan. We're going to go back to a break, and we're going to come back and we'll continue this discussion. It is one. Nancy, you can keep reading up on Paul Krugman, because I know you have been with that comment about deflationary spirals. We'll be back to talk more about it right after this break. You're watching Fox Business. Stick around.
President Obama answers tough questions.